Morning everyone, well early morning, hence why I look like this. Today I'm up early for my second vaccine, which is really exciting. If you are new to our channel, we are Holiday with the Heathers. If you have enjoyed this video at the end, please give it a huge thumbs up. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already or you are new to our channel. And please click that notification bell to keep up to date with all of our content. We post on Wednesdays at 6 and occasionally on Sundays at 6. Before we get into this exciting vlog, cue the intro.
Hi, we're Holiday with the Heathers. We are a married couple who have been lucky enough to have travelled to over 20 destinations over the past 8 years, experiencing the culture and cuisine the world has to offer. Although the world has come to a standstill, you can still follow our life's journey by watching our weekly vlogs. We know the prospect of travel is uncertain. We don't know where, we don't know when, but we will fly again someday.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today this vlog is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be taking you through the next few days just to show you what's going on in our life. The first thing that I'm about to do today is have 2 meetings with my mental health team, and for anyone who doesn't know, I do have a diagnosis of emotionally unstable personality disorder, also known as borderline personality disorder. I am actually doing really well at the moment, other than my eating habits are a little bit out of whack. So I do have a meeting with a psychotherapist over Zoom just to assess me and see how I'm doing, because I've been doing really well for at least a year now. And then at 11:30 I have an appointment with my psychiatrist over the telephone, again just to see how I'm doing, to see if I need any support. I haven't had to take tablets for my conditions for at least 4 or 5 years now, which is amazing. And then at 1 o'clock I have my second Astrazeneca vaccine at my local GP surgery. Now I am really pleased and I'm feeling very grateful that I get to have it done, but I am also very sorry, just mind the light a minute in this room, it's gorgeous day today. I am very apprehensive because of everything that's been in the news, and they've been saying about these rare blood clots. Now I have Behçet's disease, which is a inflammation of the blood vessels basically, and it can be known for Behçet's disease patients that you can contract DVTs, deep vein thrombosis, or pulmonary embolisms, I think it is. And then secondly, I also have Penelope the permacaf, which can also cause pulmonary embolisms, also known as a blood clot in your lung. And for the past week I've not actually been feeling very good. You can probably hear my voice is quite hoarse. Don't worry, it's not COVID related. I have just been getting a lot of pain in this shoulder, a lot of tightness in the permacaf. But I got checked on Wednesday by my lovely district nurse, Sophie, and she said everything was fine. She said my heart rate was a little bit on the high side, considering I was sitting down not doing anything. But I am due to start something called beta blockers today, known as bisoprolol. And they've given me them at a really small dose. Oh my God, what's going on with my eyebrows? Oh, do you know what? Sorry, cut to a new conversation. I can't wait for next week, the 12th of April, to get this and these sorted, because I just look horrendous. I don't know whether anyone else is feeling the same, but Wayne is just itching to get his hair cut. I know as soon as like the barbers opens across the road, he's gonna run over to that salon to get his hair cut and his beard trimmed. Bless him, he's just, we've never ever had his hair be this long in the whole time that I've known him anyway. It's like poking through his hat, and he always ends up with a little tail, and he's like, can you tuck me tail in please? But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm now on beta blockers, which basically help with my undiagnosed diagnosis of POTS oh gosh, if you want to know why I've not been diagnosed, it's because they don't want to give me a tilt test, which is a test to diagnose POTS, where they lay you like this and it basically makes you faint, which they don't want to do because of this and other reasons. And without waffling on and rounding it up, they're hoping that will slow my heart rate down, because I haven't collapsed in a little while, which is great, in about 2 weeks, I think. But when I'm lying on this sofa like this, just lying down normally, my heart's going 10 to the dozen, and sometimes it really slows down, sometimes it goes really fast. So I'm going to start those tablets in a couple of days, just because I want to give full priority to the vaccine. And last time I had the Astrazeneca vaccine, I was really, really poorly. So I've bought plenty of paracetamol. I'm going to make up a bottle of water in a minute to keep hydrated. So if a headache does occur, I'm in a better position than I was last time. At least now I know what to expect. But obviously the worry on everyone's minds is, will I develop this rare blood clot that the government are saying can happen? And the other thing is, they've stopped anyone under the age of 30 from having it, and I'm 30, so I'm a bit, considering all the history I have with potential blood clots, and I've actually had a blood clot. I had a blood clot in my tube and chest, but they got rid of it. So I have had a blood clot before. I was lucky to the point where they got rid of it. When I was in hospital, it was blocking my tube, and actually some of it did get into my system, but they were able to suck it out when I had the plasma exchange. So I was really lucky that that didn't go to my lungs. But a lot of patients with permacaths, dialysis catheters, Hickman lines, ports, whatever you want to call it, at some point, I think it's like 1 in 10 of them will end up with a blood clot. There's just nothing you can do about it. I travel a lot, I'm at risk of getting a blood clot then. The cardiologist who said I have POTS has advised me to wear surgical stockings. So I am going to speak to the nurses on Wednesday when they come back around and ask them about the stockings, because it might not do me any harm just to wear them while I'm in the house. I do hate them, they're itchy as hell. But yeah, on that note, I'm doing really well. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet, even though I've been speaking for 6 minutes and 6 seconds, so I'm so sorry about that. But I just wanted to get across what's going on today, and I wanted to take you along on the journey. So the next part of the video, you will see me either on the computer or getting my vaccine. Just waiting to go in for my vaccination.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we're here at the Jessica's doctor's again today for Jessica's second dose. I'm not sure if she's mentioned she wasn't due it until the end of April, but due to the shortages of the Astrazeneca vaccine, they bumped her up the queue. So she's having the second dose today, so hopefully when she comes out that's all done and she has no side effects. I'm not sure what we're doing for the rest of the weekend. I think the plan is tomorrow that we're meant to be going to Costco, because obviously you saw a few days ago that I got my phone stolen and it had my Costco card in. So we're going there tomorrow morning to get a new one and maybe just have a look at some other bits and bobs. And then I don't know really, Monday here in the UK, more lockdown restrictions are easing, so that means non-essential shops can open, so that also means that the barbers can open. So hopefully you've all seen the mop that I've got at the moment, which I'm hiding under this hat. Hopefully Monday I can get that cut, and that's it really. I don't really know what else to really say. Yeah, I'm just waiting in the car, as you just saw Jess going in, so I'm just waiting in the car waiting for her to give me a call to tell her that she's all done. But yeah, as I was saying a second ago, we're waiting for the restrictions to open on Monday, so that means non-essential, at the moment, only essential shops can open, and they've been open for, you know, since the whole of lockdown. But from Monday the 12th of April, non-essential shops can open, and that means that hairdressers, clothes stores, you know, all the other hardware shops, stuff like that can all open. So Monday I'll be going to get my hair cut, so obviously I'm going to show you that, because I can't wait to get my mop cut off. Hopefully Jess will have a second dose and she can tell you on cam then what happened, and yeah. All good?
Yeah, all done.
Let's have a look at that card. There you go.
All protected, all done.
All protected. Well done, so proud.
Woohoo!
Any pain?
No, nothing.
Was it?
Actually, no, it did hurt a little bit more that time,
Yeah.
actually. But
same arm?
same arm, and I had 2 doctors in there and a pharmacist, and the pharmacist took a photo with me pretending to actually inject it. And they've all subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Oh, brilliant.
So yeah, all good.
Well done.
Feel my body aching, I feel like I'm breaking, and I know it all too well. Got another new day, still I'm feeling misplaced. I keep going down, down, down. Too many years going by, caught in an action I can't rewind. Oh, and in my head I'm screaming, but out of my mind I'm still too young to feel this way. Still too young to be running out of energy. Oh, we say we're growing older, got weights upon our shoulders. I know this can't be.
So we've just got back from the doctor's surgery, and I'm not feeling many symptoms other than a small arm. I'm here with little Trevi, just hanging out. I was just about to get bitten, then I stroked him where he didn't like it. I'm not going to disturb him anymore because he's sitting in the sun looking out the window, his favourite happy place. I will keep you up to date as often as I can. I don't know if I'm going to be as prepared as Wayne was. Wayne updated you, I think 4 hourly, 6 hourly, 12 hourly, 24 hourly, 48 hourly. It's me at the end of the day, and you all know I'm very unorganised. So I'll keep you up to date throughout the next couple of days. I believe Wayne has already let you know what we are going to be up to, but just to recap, we're hoping to go Costco over the weekend. We're hoping to go for a walk maybe. So I've got that tomorrow to look forward to. And I can't really think of anything else. I'm going to go for a little walk in a minute just to get some fresh air. I don't want to go too far from the house just in case I get symptoms. I do have some beta blockers known as bisoprolol that I have to take this evening for my suspected POTS. So the doctor and the pharmacist just advised that I stay in company of Wayne just in case anything happens, and just to pay attention to any other symptoms. I did ask the doctor how safe I am, because they have stopped anyone under the age of 30 from having the Astrazeneca vaccine. But with my history of suspected blood clots and the line in my chest and the diagnosis of Behçet's disease, I am prone to suspected clots. As I mentioned earlier this morning, I did have a clot in this tube in hospital, which did escape into my tubes on the inside, but it didn't actually attack my body, which was great. It was very close to going into my lung, but they sorted it. So as long as I don't get shortness of breath or fever, or I don't really know what the symptoms are, I'll have to look into it. But as I said, the benefits outweigh the risks. So if you are watching this, again, I will say the same as Wayne. I'm not asking you or telling you to have the vaccine. It's completely 100% your choice. Not everyone's going to agree with our opinion. Not everyone agreed with Wayne's last vaccination vlog. But at the end of the day, I'm doing what's right for me. And if I don't have the vaccine, there's a good chance if I get COVID, I will die. So I'd like to protect other people. I want to protect myself and my family. And that's my prerogative, basically. I'm not pushing this on you at all. I'm just vlogging my experience and how I feel. So I'm going to go now. I've got a few things that I need to do. I look like I'm boring Trevi to death by the looks, but he's gone to sleep. And yeah, I will catch up with you later on in my next update. So it's about, what time is it, Wayne?
It's coming up to 7 o'clock.
It's about 7 o'clock. And the only symptom that I'm feeling at the moment is I feel like I've had 5 glasses of rosé, and in that case you're probably thinking what a lightweight, but for me 5 glasses of rosé gets me absolutely sozzled. And although I don't look drunk, my head is spinning. I'm actually also really angry, and I thought I'd just come on and just show you exactly what's going on. So you can probably see on this piece of paper, once the camera focuses, it says bisoprolol fumarate. Now bisoprolol fumarate is a beta blocker, which I've been prescribed by my cardiologist for an undiagnosed condition called POTS. Now my cardiologist is 100%, she's determined to diagnose me with POTS, but because of the diagnosis test called a tilt test, as I said earlier, they put you on a bed and they tilt you and it makes you collapse, and they basically see how long it takes for your body to react, and that's how you get a diagnosis of POTS. They monitor your heart rate, your heart arrhythmia, and basically rather than wait for a diagnosis, she's gone straight to the treatment plan and prescribed me bisoprolol, which I repeat is a beta blocker. Now beta blockers are known to slow down your heart rate, which sounds absolutely fantastic, especially in my case, someone who faints, collapses, whatever you want to call it, all because of fast heart rate. I also suffer with really slow heart rate. But tonight I've been reading through the medical fact sheet, and it says in the do not take section, do not take if you have a severe blood circulation problem which may cause your fingers and toes to tingle or turn pale or turn blue. And it also says do not take if you suffer with an accumulation of excessive acid in the body known as metabolic acidosis. Now I don't suffer with metabolic acidosis, I suffer with gastroparesis. And now for anyone who understands gastroparesis, it can cause a build-up of acid in your stomach, which causes your esophagus to burn. It basically causes acid reflux-like symptoms, but in my case, it causes me to suffer from a condition called GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease. And it just basically means there's a build-up of acid from your stomach. So because I can't your gut and your stomach are meant to digest the food and remove the acids, but mine don't. Mine just stay there because my food sits there for over 12 hours after it's been eaten, which is really difficult. And sometimes if my stomach hasn't digested the food, or I've been seriously vomiting for a long period of time, it's going to have a build-up of acid. Now, they've said in this medical sheet you shouldn't be taking it, but the one that stuck out to me is it says do not take if you have severe circulatory blood problems with regards to blue hands and feet. And that gave me a light bulb moment of, I suffer with Raynaud's syndrome. And Raynaud's syndrome, I'll just put a description just there so I don't have to bore you with it. You can read it or pause it while I'm waffling on. But basically, Raynaud's syndrome is a blood circulatory, I can never pronounce the word, circulatory disorder that basically stops the blood travelling to your extremities, which are your hands and your feet. Now, I remember back when I was a toddler, my mum said I was my mum said I was diagnosed with this condition at a very young age. It was one of the first conditions I was ever diagnosed with. And we were sitting on a beach in Spain and I was screaming in agony because my feet had turned so cold. And it's been like that forever, for as long as I can remember. I'll be sitting on the couch with Wayne and my fingers will go completely blue. And it could be the hottest day, it could be the coldest day. And it says on that form, do not take it. And I've spoken to a cardiologist and I've spoken to the resident pharmacist at my doctor's, and I'm thinking, why has nobody looked into this? So I want to believe the cardiologist and I want to have faith in the pharmacist, but I've spoken to my GP and the receptionist was so rude. She just didn't have time for me. She said, it's now 6:30 on a Friday, what do you expect us to do? And I went, I expect you to do your job. I expect you to make me an appointment. But at the end of the day, if it's Friday and they've got no appointments, then that's fine. But at least advise me what to do. So I've rang 111 off my own back just to make sure I'm okay. And to be honest, I'm feeling really anxious because the government have announced that all people under the age of 29 and 30 shouldn't be taking this drug, and I'm not nervous about that. Like, I've got a condition called Behçet's disease, which is prone for blood clots. It's prone for you to get deep vein thrombosis. Now, I've already had a blood clot in my catheter anyway, so it's nothing new to me. The last week and a half I thought I had a pulmonary embolism in my chest, but the carers have took good care of me and advised me just to keep an eye on my heart rate, keep an eye on my symptoms. And I already knew that if it was a blood clot, it wouldn't happen, I wouldn't get any symptoms till at least 4 days after I've had the jab anyway. They've said to just look out for a really bad headache that doesn't leave. So fingers crossed in 4 days I don't get a massive headache. And I haven't had a headache yet. When I had my last vaccine in February, I had a headache and I vomited within like 2 hours of having it. And I was in bed for a full 24 hours, in and out of bed for 3 days. It was awful. But for someone who suffers with mental health conditions and really bad anxiety, I can't afford to just let this go, because God forbid if I sat on this and didn't say anything and it really badly affects me. Now, I could be sitting here and be completely fine, but because I've got so many different conditions, or ailments as Wayne likes to call them, I can't afford to take this lightly. So I'm sorry I've just spoke for 7 minutes, but I'm just feeling really emotional and really, I'm tired of people not being able to give me the correct answers, because like I start to lose faith sometimes in the healthcare system, because I have to do things myself, and I've learned to do things myself, and I have self-diagnosed myself with a lot of these conditions, and it turned out I was right. I knew for a long time I had fibromyalgia and no one listened, but I'm not gonna depress your evening or my Friday evening anymore. I need to, it's been a difficult day anyway. It's been a really rubbish couple of days, and which I'm not gonna get into, but it's a straw that broke the camel's back basically. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it tonight, and I'm gonna, unless something tragic happens, you won't know anyway, so I will tune back in with you tomorrow.
hopefully Wayne and I will get up and go to Costco and Wayne can stuff his face with all of the samples. I certainly will not be, because I need to start looking after myself. I did have an appointment with my psychiatrist today, which is why I'm feeling really flat anyway, and he has confirmed that he reckons I have 2 other mental health conditions on top of the one I already have, so I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable today. But I've got Trevi and I've got Wayne to keep me happy. I'm sorry if this was a long monologue, but it's the truth and the way things are. So I will keep you up to date tomorrow. So I'm going to wait for my call back from 111. I'm waiting for a clinician to phone me. If it does turn out I shouldn't have took the tablet, then I will come back on camera just to let you know. But if it's not, then I'll fill you in tomorrow. I'm just jumping back on now. It's about 8:30. Gosh, I didn't realise how goggly my eyes look in these glasses. I've spoken to 111 and they have confirmed that everything is okay with the bisoprolol. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. But everything's okay with the beta blockers. It's been all looked at by the cardiologist beforehand. I was just being a little bit scared, and I wouldn't really want to say petty with it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. And she said I did do the right thing, because these things can't be taken lightly. And she also said that I'm completely fine with the vaccine. The benefits outweigh the risk, so all good. I'm going to go and enjoy Gogglebox. We were meant to watch Coronation Street at 7:30, but as you all will know by now, sadly, Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth's husband, died today at the age of 99. So there has been on all channels 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, ITV, BBC, have all been doing like tribute programmes on the news, on their relative news channels. So Gogglebox is on at 9, Coronation Street isn't, so I'm going to enjoy my Friday night with Wayne with no alcohol, which is fine. I'd rather my tablets work and I don't get any nasty side effects. Otherwise I'll be back on the phone to 111. So we will see you tomorrow for our morning at Costco. Night, guys. It's Saturday morning, we're both dressed for a change, which is nice, and we're off to our local Costco to try all the samples. And Wayne wants every hot dog, yeah. Hot dog, he doesn't call them hot dogs, hot dogs, and a cup of tea. I'm probably just going to eat the samples. Quick update, I'm feeling as rough as a badger's behind. This vaccine has given me a beating. My arm feels like Wayne's punched me 50 million times in bed, which he hasn't, by the way. And I've got like a really bad sore throat and I'm full of cold. So I don't know whether that's just hay fever, but I'm feeling very rough. So I'm hoping it will slow down as the weekend goes on.
We're still so young. We say we're growing older. Got weights upon our shoulders. I know this can't be it for us. We're still so young. I'm still so young. Young, 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 young. I'm young. I'm still so young. I can't rewind, and in my head I'm screaming, but out of my mind I'm still too young to feel this way. Still too young to be running out of energy. We say we're growing older, got weights upon our shoulders. I know this can't be it.
Only 32 quid?
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it?
American Tourister, is that a good brand, anyone?
I guess so. It's hard shell.
Oh, I like that one. That's like the old style, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
the Runaway, what is it?
Is it steamboat?
Mickey's Runaway.
Yeah.
Were you going to say Steamboat Willie?
Yeah. That's nice as well.
I think you've spent enough on this holiday.
It's cabin size as well. I'm on top of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And put the price in.
It's nice that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll try it on. Is it a large?
I don't know.
XL. I think that's actually a bit big. Here's a large.
Wayne's tail's hanging out again.
It'll be cut off tomorrow or Monday.
Loves making a YouTube appearance. Oh, that's smart. I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. You like it?
Yeah.
You gonna get it?
I like it, but and it's got the zip-up pockets as well. So, what do you think?
Yeah, it's nice that. Give it a 12. Yeah, it's nice that.
Yeah.
I want one now. You getting that?
Yep. It's going in the trolley.
You gonna wear that for travelling?
Wear it to the airport.
Okay. It's like a tent.
Huh?
It's like a tent.
Yeah, maybe try the large then. That suits you a lot better. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's better, yeah.
Snug, isn't it?
Yeah. You gonna get it?
Yeah.
Go on.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
That's one each. Yeah.
Look.
Because we can't get a decent brew in Florida, we're going to get these and pack in our suitcase. Yeah.
Let's see how many. Is that 2 boxes or 4?
There's 4 boxes.
No word of a lie, you will actually drink those, won't you?
Yeah.
Did they do Yorkshire too?
Probably.
PG
Yeah, down there.
Tips, Tetley,
Down there.
Tetley.
I will just take 2 bags of those.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, we'll have 2 bags of those in a hand luggage, yeah?
Yeah. 2 bags of those in your hand luggage. Favourite crisps ever. But I'm not going to buy them because I'll be able to eat the proper ones in Walmart.
Yeah. And they're a lot cheaper in Walmart as well,
How
aren't
much
they?
are they?
I don't know.
They're about £4.
Something like that.
That'll be one night for me.
Yeah.
Wayne. Trevi said, can you get him 2 tins of that?
2.
Yeah, 2. Can't wait to crack these open when I get in.
Major holiday vibes. Anything else? Remember, when you get a flight with Virgin, you get a little snack pack of these on the flight.
I'd rather have that.
I'd rather have that as well, yeah.
But I can't eat them anymore.
Oh well, all for me.
Oh, if anyone wants to know, this was from Primark about a year ago, so you can't buy it. So that was a bit pointless, wasn't it? Good night, mate.
Gonna throw a few shrimps on the barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that bloke who died?
Crocodile. Oh no, Steve Irwin.
Yeah, but I look like Crocodile Dundee.
You're a beauty.
I'm a beauty.
Yeah, beauty.
You're gonna throw a free shrimp? Shrimp?
Yeah.
Shrimp? don't even know what I'm saying now. Yeah. Ridiculous.
No?
Yeah. For anyone interested, it's $9.99.
Sun hat.
Sun hat for Florida. What do you think?
No, I don't think it's going to catch on.
No.
No.
Not with you. Is it Adidas or Adidas?
Yeah. Well, I call it Adidas. You call it Adidas.
Adidas. Adidas.
Yeah.
Write down in the comments below what you think it is. Well, you can't really say it, can you? Oh, for God's sake.
They're just all going to keep writing Adidas, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
So we've made it outside Costco. As you can see, we buy a car. Just as having a bite out of a pizza. Small bites.
Yeah.
And this is Costco's version of alfresco dining. Yeah. So I'm going to tuck into this lovely hot dog, and we've got some barbecue Korean beef wrap for dinner later on. And then obviously Jess has got her cheese pizza.
There's nothing else that I can have. I can't even have this.
And I've got my obviously typical brew, and we've got 2 waters, and you do see another hot dog under there. That's for me as well, because I've had no lunch today. So we're going to enjoy this and then get back in the car and go home.
Wayne's on to his second hot dog.
Look at that deliciousness. Best hot dogs in town.
I just don't like the flavour of them at all. I'm excited to try that. It's the new barbecue Korean beef bake, exactly like the chicken bake, and it was about $3.69, I think.
But we'll have that later on.
We'll have that for tea tonight. Yeah. I might have that with just on its own.
Some salad or something.
With some salad or something. But I think we're going to go to the range. Wayne's just gone to put the rubbish from our lunch in the bin. We're going to buy 2 of the Adidas or Adidas hoodies that Wayne calls them, but I just thought I'm not a very sporty athleisure type of girl. I only wear leggings every day just for comfort. I'm not really into my big designer brands like Nike and Adidas, but I do have some really amazing clothes at home already that I can't wait to show you, that were gifted to me. So I'm excited to show you them in another vlog. I might even show you later on tonight actually, because I don't even know where they are. I think they're like buried deep in my wardrobe. But we are going to go to the range, our local range, just to enjoy the rest of the afternoon. And they do sell regatta hoodies. Now I've had a few of them before and they sell them for like £7, so I'm going to get another one because they're just so warm and they're so comfortable, and I love to travel in them. Oh, he's back now. I'm just telling them that we're going to the range,
yeah,
to get another regatta hoodie.
Did you mention that you didn't get the Adidas hoodie in Costco? Yeah, I
did mention though that I'm not a big fan of like big athleisure sportswear, but then I forgot I've got that gifted night clothing that I've forgotten about.
You did like that top, but you just felt uncomfortable in it. It didn't really.
The extra large was way too big, and there was a staff member in there who I doubt will watch this, but if you do and you happen to recognise yourself, thank you for your help. You made me feel really, really good about myself.
Yeah, she was nice. She didn't have to, did she?
No, she just came over, a member of staff, really kind, and she said it looked like a sack of spuds on me. She said
she said it looked like a sleeping bag on you.
A sleeping bag, sorry. But the large looked great, but I'm just very paranoid about my stomach. So I'm going to see if I can get another one of those regatta hoodies for I think £6-7. And when we get back, I'll try and dig out that night clothing because I've never showed anyone before. It's probably all not even in fashion anymore. I got it like a year ago, but for me, having over £200 worth of free night gifted gear, cheers night.
It's not only that though, you haven't been anywhere to wear it, have we, really?
No, I'm hoping to wear it to travel in because it's so thick and so warm. A lot of you have probably already got it. We're going to go to the range and we'll see you when we get there.
God waits upon our shoulders. I know this can't be it for us. We're still so young. We say we're growing older. God waits upon our shoulders. I know this can't be it for us. We're still so young. I'm still so young. Young, 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 young. I'm young. out of my mind. I'm still too young to feel this way. Still too young to be running out of energy. Oh, we say we're growing older, got weights upon our shoulders. I know this can't be it for us. We're still so young. We say we're growing older, got weights upon our shoulders. I know this can't be it for us. We're still so young. I'm still so young. Young, 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 young. I'm young. I'm still so young. Young, 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 young. I'm still so young.
So the one you've decided to go for is the grey extra large.
Yeah, and the material's really soft.
It's really warm inside, but it's cool as well, isn't it? So you won't get too hot and you don't get too cold.
No.
It's just the right temperature. And this will be nice around springs, won't it, in the evenings?
Yeah, and I've got one that I can wear for now,
Yeah.
which is in the house.
Yeah.
I'll probably keep this one for the house, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, happy
do
with
that.
that?
$6.99.
Brilliant.
Fabulous. Hi everyone, it's Sunday today, 2 days after my vaccination. I don't know whether this is side effects from the vaccine or whether it's my conditions playing up, but I'm really not feeling good today. I'm suffering with my gastroparesis anyway, and I'm suffering with my eating habits. I've been feeling very low last week. There's a lot of personal stuff going on behind the scenes. But today I'm just feeling it completely. I feel like I've been hit by a bus. This isn't to scare anyone off from the vaccine. This might not be the vaccine. It might be my fibromyalgia or Behçet's. I am really out of it anyway, because I've been vomiting so bad because of the gastroparesis. As I said, I've probably eaten a few things I shouldn't have eaten, but that's my mental health. It's my way of coping, and I know it's not good, but I'm waiting to receive help for that. Wayne kindly went food shopping today, so I've literally just been in bed. I want to keep this short and sweet because I'm going to go back to sleep, because I know sleep can have such a good impact on your body, so I'm going to sleep as much as I can until my body allows me to feel better again. Yes, I will see you tomorrow.
Just wanted to pop on this morning just to show you how ridiculous my hair is. This is what it looks like after I've washed it and it's dried and it's been combed. You can see how long it is. I absolutely hate it. I have to go out with a hat every morning, or every day I should say. Even if it's sunny, I look ridiculous, but I just can't bear to go out like this. So since Christmas, or since just after Christmas here in the UK, Boris Johnson decided to put us in another lockdown for obviously COVID. My hair was quite long at Christmas, so I knew it was going to be even longer obviously after this lockdown. But today is the 12th of April, and that's when we're coming out of lockdown, or lockdown is being eased. And that means today that all non-essential shops, so like barbers and hairdressers and that, can open. So this morning I set my alarm ready to get out about 8:30 and go to my hairdresser, barbers in town. I woke up 8:30, everything was going fine. Walked up to the town to get my hair cut. I should have probably gone to the one that's local, literally on my doorstep, but I decided to go to the one in town because I had a few things to do. Went to town and the queue was just ridiculous. I gave the queue about 15-20 minutes, hoping that it might go a bit quicker, but there was no movement whatsoever. So I've thrown the towel in and I've come home. Also, I forgot to do everything that I wanted to do in town, so I'm going to do that now. Now the plan is that I'm going to go to my local one that's 2 minutes away tomorrow and get it cut then. I always go to that one anyway, so I don't even know why I went to a town. It's just I thought it would be more convenient because I had to do things in town. But anyway, so that's getting cut tomorrow. I'm not sure it's going to be shown on YouTube, because obviously Jess is going to have this footage and edit the hell out of it, ready for Wednesday. So if you are interested in looking at my hair, if it's not on our vlog on Wednesday, check out our Instagram. I'm sure there'll be a reel or something on there Jess said she might do. So anyway, that's out the way now, that topic about hair. What I've got to do today, on Saturday just gone, I received this in the post, and it's just a reminder from the Royal Mail that they tried to deliver a parcel to me, but it was too big to fit in the letterbox, so I need to go and collect it today. Now I'm not sure what it is because I've not ordered anything. Jess hasn't ordered anything either, so it's a bit of a mystery to us what they tried to deliver. So me and Jess are going to go and pick that up today. Well, I'll say Jess. Jess hasn't been too well over the last couple of days. We're not sure it's a combination of her vaccine. We're not sure if it's because she's not getting her plasma exchange. She hasn't had any plasma exchange like her treatment that she has every 6 weeks since just before Christmas. So obviously her body is very run down, I should say. It's her treatment is obviously been put on the back burner due to COVID. So it could be a combination of both. It could be just been a vaccine, but she's been very violently sick. She's been in bed. She was in bed pretty much all of yesterday on Sunday, hence why we didn't record. So if she's feeling better this morning, we will go together. I'm hoping she looks a little bit better. She's up and she's had some had one of her fruit smoothies, so it's looking positive. But we're gonna hopefully go to collect whatever that is. Obviously if the parcel is exciting or interesting, I'll show you what it is. If it's not, then I won't bother. And then I'm not sure if you've all seen on Facebook, but there's been a craze on Facebook and social media in Iceland about some Space Invaders, like smiley faces. So Space Invaders over here in the UK are crisps, like chips, potato snacks that you have you get in all local supermarkets. They're crisps in the UK, but obviously in America they're potato chips. But Iceland, which is a supermarket over here, have also came out with like a freezer version of them. And everyone on Facebook that I've got on Facebook and other little groups on Facebook and so on are all raving about them. So when I'm in town collecting our parcel, I'm going to go to Iceland and get a couple of bags and see what else is in there. So for those that you don't know, I'll include a couple of pictures just here so you can see what they are. And obviously when I get back today, I'll show you what they are so you can see. And I'll let you know how they taste. And then after that, because obviously like I said, it's lockdown is eased today in the UK here, bars and I'm not sure if it's restaurants, but I know bars and pubs can now open. You can't drink or eat inside, it's all in the garden. So if Jessie's up for it, like I said, she didn't look too well yet. Well, she was violently ill yesterday. I'm not sure what she's like today because obviously it's the morning and I've not really asked her yet. But if she is up for it, we're going to go to our local Wetherspoons, probably 1-2 in the afternoon before everyone finishes work tonight, because I can imagine it's going to be absolutely heaving today. So we're going to go before like everyone finishes work, about 2-3, and have a drink or have a pint. Obviously Jess can't because she's on beta blockers, but she's going to have a lemonade or something, and I'll have a pint, and just sort of try and get back into the swing of things, something to look forward to. I've not had a drink, or obviously no one's had a drink here in the England anyway. Wales, there was a few days ago you could go, but no one here in England's had a pint in a pub or outside a pub in so many months. So I'm looking forward to doing that, but it all depends on how Jess is feeling today. Like I said, she was violently ill last night, sick, she was laying in bed, she was lethargic, her arm hurt, she was cold, she just didn't look right. It was quite worrying, to be honest, but she looks a lot better today, but whether she feels better is another thing. But anyway, whatever we do, if it is collecting this, if it's going to Iceland, and if it is going to the pub, we'll take you with us and we'll let you know how we get on.
What about a late night? Are you really leaving me for someone else? I want to let you know. You can call my name and I'll come running back to you. Running back to you. I'll come running back. You can call my name and I'll come running back to you. Running back. I'll come running back to you. Running back to you.
So I'm just back from Iceland now, and these are the potatoes that I was talking about. These were £1.50, so I'm looking forward to trying these. And then next to them I saw these barbecue beef hula hoops, which they look absolutely amazing, so I can't wait to try those. And then I was on my way to go and pay when I saw these in the freezer. So this is a fully loaded hot dog loaded fries, and this one is purely been brought to remind me of me being in America. Fried chicken and waffle fries. So I'm looking forward to tucking into those over the next couple of weeks. And the price of the whole shopping, if it focuses, came to £8.15. So a quick update. We went to the post office, but to cut a long story short, I have to go and collect it tomorrow. It wasn't available to collect today, so I'm not going to bother putting that in the vlog. So once I put the frozen stuff in the freezer, Jess has made a good recovery. How are you feeling?
Ish. Tired.
Yeah.
But Wayne deserves a pint, so yeah. I'm gonna sit in the beer garden. I might even get a hot chocolate while we're outside because it's freezing. Yeah, so we're going for a walk now to our local Wetherspoons. We did drive past there on the way back and it looks quiet, which I was quite amazed with, because I thought it'd be absolutely busy. So we're going to go for a little walk now. It's about a 25-minute walk, and then we're going to cool down with a nice pint and maybe some food if they're serving it. And then I think we're going to walk back and end the vlog. So I'll speak to you later. Anything you want to say? No. We're going to end the vlog here right now. We are shattered.
It's been a long day, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't had an alcoholic drink because I'm on beta blockers, but I feel like I've drank about 10. It took about an hour and 10 minutes for them to send our drinks.
Did he say the coolers have broken down, so there's no draft beers? It was only bottles, but we sat to wait an hour and 10 minutes, but it didn't make sense.
No draft beers. We ordered our food where at Wetherspoons you can order like a meal with a drink, and they're all bottles, so I don't understand why they couldn't have just gone pop, pop, pop. But hey ho, we had a nice time. I had a non-alcoholic Copperberg, yeah. Which I will not be getting again. I'd rather just have apple juice. Wayne got 2 Magners. And it was just nice just to sit, and then I'd had enough then because a massive rat came running towards me and jumped on the bench, and I screamed and everyone absolutely laughed their heads off, so that was a bit embarrassing. Wayne's just checked the barbers again, and the queue is right out the door and around the corner. Groups of young lads finishing college.
I'm gonna get up tomorrow about 8:30 in the morning and get there for say 20 minutes before it opens, and hopefully I'll be one of the first in there then. And then keep up to date with our Instagram, where you will see the finished look, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm doing like a little Instagram reel before and after for Wayne. I'm still trying to get into a salon to find out where is decent. I don't want to pay too much. Other than that, I'm feeling okay. I'm really tired. I'm really suffering with my fibromyalgia. You probably can't see, but I'm actually holding my elbow up. Actually, can you swap and hold this because my arm's going to drop. I'm going to drop my phone.
1 sec.
Oh, it's better. But yeah, we are going to call it a day. Thank you again for watching our vlog. Thank you for subscribing if you are subscribed. Please give this a huge thumbs up. We apologise about the vlog, it's a bit all over the place. It should be called Jessica's vaccine vlog, but it's Jessica's symptoms, Wayne's haircut, drink, the lot. So it's just going to be a April updates video, and I'll just put what's in the video. I'm going to go now because I'm just waffling on a load of rubbish, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do?